for this moment on Saturday, take a moment to arrive on your mat, wherever you are, and find your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And the invitation of today's class, as most of you know, I like to have a theme in these mindful yoga for healers classes. This one is going to be about savoring. And I have taught a class on this before a long time ago, and it's something I work on because our minds are always ahead, thinking about springtime and summertime and the holidays and all the things that aren't happening today right now. And we spend much of our lives working on things to get somewhere that we're not. And so the invitation today is to savor where you are, how far you've come, what you love about your life and your space, and even what you love about winter. Maybe savoring winter, savoring the shorter days and the cozy days and the cold outside. Some of you might have snow right now. So savoring all of that. You might notice your brain going to the parts you don't like about it, but what if you savored it? And so with that invitation, savor the inhale coming in through your nose and how it feels to exhale and let go and release. Savor the feeling of your hands, maybe on your thighs, whichever way they're facing. And savor that feeling of your root connecting into the earth beneath you. With the next inhale, grow tall and savor that stretch and reach towards the sky and the filling your lungs with breath. And let the exhale be delicious. And once again, savor the next breath. We can savor things that aren't food. Savoring is relishing, enjoying, noticing, letting things feel good, something that most of us are not exceptional at. Yet we've created all these beautiful, amazing things. Can we savor them? Taking 2 more breaths, simply enjoying them in this moment, savoring your time on your mat, time you've carved out for you. Time where there's nothing to do but breathe and feel good. And notice what happens when you set the intention to savor. How do you experience the tiny little things? Maybe a finger pad on your thigh, wiggling a little toe or a big toe. Maybe savoring eyes closed if your eyes are closed. And we'll bring a hand to heart, one atop the other, pressing the bottom hand into the heart space. Savor the pressure and the skin on skin. Remembering the physiology, worth savoring some extra oxytocin and less cortisol. Savor the change and how it feels within you. And flip your hand, savoring that different feeling, the top hand of the other hand. Noticing how it feels, not how it feels less good, but what feels good here. How can you savor it? Recognizing we can savor things that feel different and maybe uncomfortable or aren't our usual. And we'll flip our hands back to our usual that we pick and take in a big inhale. Savor the breath on the bottom hand, filling up your chest and your belly, noticing how that feels in every nook and cranny. And exhale, enjoy the long, smooth exhale. And we'll bring our hands together, creating some heat. Savor the energy and your ability to create that movement and heat and energy. Pressing your thumbs into your sternum and your finger pads to the sky. Take a moment to set your intention, potentially around this idea of savoring, if it appeals to you. recognizing we can savor things that aren't perfect. And when we set that intention, our experience is so, so different. I'm reminded by my newborn granddaughters to savor those baby heads before the newborn floppiness is gone. And not from a scarcity mindset, but what do you want to savor? What do you not want to miss? And potentially, what do you want to savor in yoga? What do you not want to miss during this time on your mat? Or on Saturday, or during a winter short December day? Maybe you want to savor a fire or time inside with loved ones, or even savoring a meal or a rest or a nap, letting yourself think about what it might feel like to savor things and what would feel good to savor. Mindfulness offers directing your attention on purpose, and savoring is exactly that. It's an act of mindfulness. You can feel virtuous. Breathing in, press the thumbs to your sternum, each finger pad pressing against each other one at a time, savoring the pressure, the connection between the hands and the elbows and the chest and the heart space. Savoring the energy in your belly, holding you upright and reaching the crown of your head to the sky. Take in an inhale and enjoy the exhale. And we'll lower our hands and open our eyes, wiggling things, shaking things out a little bit, getting things out of your cells, any tightness or kinks. And we'll stretch our legs long to start. Savor the first stretch, how that feels to stretch your legs long. If you're sitting on something, tilt your pelvis forward a little bit and savor the energy. Notice it in the backs of the legs. Stretch your toes and let that be a delightful, amazing experience. Relax them and point your toes. Notice how that feels. Savor the stretch, the tingles, all the way to the big toe. Notice if your little toe is stretching, and stretch that too. Flex your ankles towards your knees and enjoy the energy in the backs of the legs. See if you can set your intention to savor the shifts and the tingles. And notice your fingers on your thighs, pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and your thumb. Maybe slide them up and down on the upper thigh. Notice how that feels. And we'll slide forward a little bit towards your knees and enjoy the energy shift. Potentially stretch your elbows and your back long, hinge at the waist, if it feels good. If it's not savorable, don't do it. Sliding back upright. You'll stretch your legs wide, come into that wide angle pose, tilt your torso forward and let the energy move in the backs of the legs. Point your toes and flex your ankles. Slide your right hand down the right leg and reach over. Savor that stretch on the left side. Potentially bend your elbow and soften in. Let it feel amazing. Breathing in, savoring the breath and the stretch, and just this moment on your mat of maybe a little silence and spaciousness. Exhale, gaze up over your left shoulder if your neck enjoys it, and savor the little tingles, the slight shifts, the subtle is significant. Pressing into your right hand, shift up and switch sides. Savor the switch. Root the right hip down and the right hand stretches over. Left elbow softens into your left leg somewhere, somehow. Wiggling your fingers. Enjoy the sensations. You might point your toes and flex your ankles if that feels good, or stretch your toes wide. Notice these subtle shifts. Take an inhale into every nook and cranny of the right lung volume. And exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. And savor the stretch and the slight tweak. Bringing your gaze back to center. Rise upward. Opening your arms out. Find your root and your center and find your belly. We're going to come into eagle arms with your legs wide. You're going to need to use your belly and your root to support you. Left elbow under right, crossing your arms. Come into that eagle arms and send some kindness and appreciation to your shoulders. Inhale and savor the breath. Send it down into your root. Grow tall with the inhale. Exhale, release. Notice the subtle shifts. Inhale, press elbows against each other. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, lift up an inch, and exhale, round forward. Use your belly here to steady yourself. Let your head and neck fall and enjoy it. Let the savoring be an enjoying, just simply a pause to enjoy. It's not indulgent. It's actually transformative. Notice how good you feel already with the attention on feeling good and savoring. One delightful breath here, filling the bottom of your lungs, all the way down by the 12th rib in the back corners. And exhale, let it out once more. Staying folded forward. You might fold forward a little bit more. On this next inhale, rise up. Bring your shoulders to shoulder height and untangle. Press your arms wide and spread your fingers wide. Spread your toes wide. Notice your belly and your root keeping you steady. And you're going to bring your hands behind you. Press up. You might slide off whatever you're on, coming into a more stable, tall, wide angle pose. Let your heart shine forward. Press your fists into the floor or your fingers like cupcakes and let your heart shine forward. Huge breath in. Everything engaged. Your heels might rise up, your toes stretched and flexed. Exhale, release. And you're going to use your belly and your root once again. Reach your arms out wide, find steady. And we're going to come into eagle arms the opposite way, potentially right under left if you followed me last time. Elbows to shoulder height. Pause here and find steady. Savor the beginning of the stretch, the first muscle fibers opening up. Savor the breath in the tightness of the shoulders. And exhale, let it go. With kindness. Many of us carry old traumas and stresses and resentments in our shoulders. Send the breath there with kindness. See if you can bathe it with breath and savor the stretch and the tiny bit of space in there. Exhale, let it out. With this inhale, press your elbows against each other. Notice the subtle shift. Release. Next inhale, lift up an inch. And exhale, round forward, curling into your belly. It will feel a little different here if you are off your lift, your block, or your bolster. Drop your head and neck and enjoy the ribs fanning open at the bottom. Savor the little tingles all the way at the tiny 12th ribs and the lung bases. You can imagine that skeleton and send the breath to the very bottom, tippy tiny corners. Exhale, let it out. Inhaling, rise up. Savor one more breath here before you untangle. Use your belly to steady you. Exhale, let it out. And untangle. Press your arms into the side walls. Make some fists and squeeze and just flick things out. Some starbursts, letting the energy grow, letting your arms heat up. And we'll lower hands to our outer thighs and come into butterfly pose. Bringing your heels towards you, have a rock and flap your wings. Inhale and grow tall. Sit up tall. Let your chest shine forward. Get rid of the round in the back. And sit up proud. Enjoy it. Maybe channel grace or elegance or tall. Whatever feels good to you, but channel something that feels good. Pour the breath into your root. All the way, sitting up as tall as you can. Filling your chest with breath. And then exhale, let it out. Once more, big breath in. And exhale, let it out. You're going to stretch your legs long for a moment. Find your root and your sit bones. Move the flesh of your seat without judgment. Find your belly, bend your right knee and hug it in towards you. Sitting up tall, you might move your belly out of the way if you happen to have one. Most of us do. And sit right on those sit bones. You're going to bring your right hand to the outer edge of your left foot and stretch it long. Send some love to your IT band. Wiggle your toes. And if you wish, plant your right hand behind you and twist rightward. If that feels good. Breathing into it. Press your foot long. Twisting back to center, bend that knee, bring it over to the outer left thigh. Bring your left hand around, wrap and twist rightward once again, and you should notice something happening in your right hip. Inhale and grow as absolutely tall as you can. Reach the crown of your head to the sky. And exhale, gaze over the right shoulder. Some of you might want to put your hand on the inside of your knee and plant your hand behind. You choose. It's a little bit different depending on which option you pick. Unwrapping, twisting back to center. You're going to pick up that foot, bring it to the inside of your left thigh. Find steady once again. Rock on those sit bones. There should be a 90-degree angle. You're going to engage your belly, reach to the sky, have a little shimmy, find your side body, twist leftward, and hinge forward. Bring your left hand behind you, wrap it into the right hip crease, and reach towards your toes somewhere. Your ribs should open. Let your waist fan open. Drop your head and neck. Maybe even have a shake here in case anything needs some attention. And we'll untangle, slide up, bring your hand behind you and lift up into Wild Thing. Enjoy a morning stretch or a midday stretch for some of you on the East Coast. Let it feel good. And sliding back to center. Stretch your right leg long and we'll switch sides. Hug that left foot in, find your sit bones, have a little rock, squeeze it in tight. Bring your hand to the outside of the left foot and stretch long. See if you can intentionally let the energy move. Bring your left hand behind you, plant it and twist if you want. Things will shift. Notice how your belly shifts. Inhale, grow, and savor each little twisting, opening fiber. Savor the energy moving. We often feel tired. When you pay attention to the energy moving and savor it, you have more energy. Breathing in, let the breath give you energy, and savor the breath all the way down into your root, maybe to the sole of your foot, to your pinky toes. Wiggle your toes as you grow tall. Exhale, release, and let it out. We'll twist back, bend the knee, drop it to the right side. Find your sit bones, always taking time in the transitions, and you're going to wrap your hand around the left knee and twist to the right. Some of you might hug it and twist. Some of you may bring your hand on the inside, or try a little bit of all three. Notice what feels good to you on this side or today. Stretch a little bit. Enjoy the shoulders, the waist, root downward, root to rise, as we say. Rise all the way up from your root to the winter sky. And exhale, let it out. Untangling, wrapping back, you'll pick up that foot, bring it to the inside of the right thigh. Find steady once again, and those sit bones, that 90-degree angle. Raise your arms, have a shimmy. Let the shimmy be fun. Twist to the right and wrap around towards your toes. Drop your head and neck. Let it feel absolutely delicious. Savor the stretch. One thing I have been trying to savor is those December sunsets. I had forgotten how different they are and absolutely spectacular. Something about the cold air or the moonrise or I don't know what, but they're beautiful. And we often don't enjoy them because it's cold. So can you just get out, put on your jacket and your hat and go enjoy them? Huge breath in and out. Unwrap, untangle, lifting up into that Wild Thing and enjoy the stretch. Savor it. Savor the fibers that are stretching here that weren't stretching before. The outer edge of your right foot. Stretch a little longer and stretch and enjoy your armpits. Savor your armpits, something we never do. It's kind of a funny idea. Dropping your hips, coming back to center. Stretch your legs long. Move the flesh of your seat and come into a forward fold, a rounded one this time. Drop your head and neck and enjoy the deliciousness. Savor the energy moving up and down the legs. Huge breath in, sending your navel back to your spine. And exhale, let it out. Bend your elbows, shift forward a little bit more. Sliding up your knees to your thighs. We're going to sweep our feet around us and come elegantly to hands and knees. Tabletop. Savor a couple cat-cows. Enjoy your belly, just warming up your spine in whatever way feels good to you. Maybe widen your knees and notice if your hands, your wrists want to be flat or in fists, you choose. Come back to tabletop when that feels complete and gaze over your left shoulder, bring your left hip forward and enjoy that little stretch. Savor the spot in the right hip and switch sides. Savor those tiny muscle fibers that pop out here. Coming back to center, lower forearms come into puppy pose and savor the armpit stretch and the hips shooting up to the sky, the tops of the feet on the earth. And maybe wiggle your fingers forward a little bit more and savor the stretch. Once again, savor your armpits. Enjoy each finger pad touching the floor. Mindfulness is an act of noticing. Savoring is mindfulness. And even a finger pad touching the floor can feel delightful if we pause to notice it. We slow down enough to notice. Savor 2 breaths here, wrapping your heart with breath, sending the breath into your belly and into your root. Maybe shift your hips back a little more. Exhale, let it out. Once more. We'll walk our hands back to tabletop, but hands a little bit farther forward. We're going to lift up into downward dog and send your root up to the sky. Walk your hands, your feet, sorry, don't walk your hands. Walk the dog. Enjoy the energy shift in the backs of the legs. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Send your hips to the sky. Stretch your spine. Lifting up as high as you can on those tippy toes. And lower your heels. Enjoy the energy. Savor the energy shifting. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet and bring your hands to your elbows. Release your head and neck and savor the forward fold here. Enjoy each big toe on the floor, each little toe, the toe pads, the 4 corners of your feet. Find center and steady. Lowering hands and unroll up to stand. We're going to stand tall and take a moment to enjoy things settling. Lifting up your toes, all 10 of them, and lowering them down. Sending the energy down into your root. Inhale and draw it all the way up into your belly, engaging your belly, wrapping your heart with breath, growing as tall as you can, all the way to the crown of your head. And exhale, let it out. Bring a hand to heart and another hand to top, and just savor how you feel in this moment. And I'm going to have to change up class because my right thumb does not want me to lean on it today. So we can't do any downward dogs. After that one, it will be fine tomorrow, I'm sure. But for today, it's cranky. And so taking in one more big deep breath, savoring the breath on the bottom of your hand. Exhale, letting it out. Lowering hands, come into Tadasana for a moment and just enjoy standing tall and proud. Suck your navel all the way back. Draw your shoulders down and back. Grow the crown of your head. In Tadasana, everything is actually engaged. Enjoy that. Savor the standing tall, something we rarely do. Inhale once again and exhale. Reach your arms out and up, bringing them up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, point your index fingers to the sky and have a shimmy. Grow tall, tall, tall. Inhale as tall as you can. Exhale, tip leftward. Root your right hip down and your right foot and savor every nook and cranny of the left side. using your belly to support your back. This is actually quite an active move. Might not feel like you're doing much, but notice how steady you are. In this crescent moon, it's actually almost a full moon still, but enjoy this steady. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tip to the other side, loving your side body. Sending breath to every nook and cranny. Savor it down into the waist, into your toes. Savoring is that act of noticing. Lifting up tall, we're gonna unclasp our fingers. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist leftward. Use your belly. Let your left hand come behind you and your right hand in front. Inhaling, come back to center, twist all the way to the center and move slowly, twist rightward. Notice what happens to your toes when you do this. Inhale, lift up towards center, twist back, use your belly and your back here, twist gently to the left and coming back up to center, twist to the right, using your belly, moving ever so slowly here. Allowing it be a practice of intentional, purposeful movement. Twisting back to center, reach your arms out and lower them down. Shrug your shoulders up all the way. Massage your occiput, squeezing tight, savoring every tight squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Roll around on those muscles. Let them feel amazing, unwinding some of the tension, squeezing even tighter. Exhale, let it melt. And savor the melt. Wiggling fingers and toes. Enjoy it. No hurry to get to the next pose. We are gonna come into tree pose, lifting up all 10 toes, lowering them down. Bring your hands to your hips to start today. And you'll come up onto the tiptoe of your left foot. Your right foot will be your tree trunk. And bring the sole of your foot into your calf. Reach your arms up to the sky this time directly. It's going to feel a little different. Interlace your fingers and stand, grow tall. The balance might be a little different. Just allow it, savor it. Savor the use of each and every toe, the bottom of your foot, all the cells. Notice the left toes on the right calf, the left heel on the right calf. Try not to press your foot into your knee. Inhale and grow taller, a tiny smidge. Savor the stretch. Huge breath in and out. You're going to open your arms out to a T while you're in your tree and bring them all the way forward in your balance and opening them all the way out to your T, and it might be a balancing T, and reaching them up to the sky, palms together. Drip them down to heart center. Press the thumbs into your sternum. Draw your knee forward. Extend your foot and bend it. And we'll extend it long once more and bend it and lower it down and shake it all. Noticing how your balance maybe has gotten better from doing yoga. I know a lot of you come regularly. How cool. Take a huge breath. Pour it in once again, down through your feet. Let every cell of the soles of your feet connect to the earth. Savor that connection. Draw the energy up through your feet into your belly, wrapping it around, gifting you some strength and purpose in the midsection. Bring your hands to your hips. Kickstand your right heel foot. Slide it up to the calf. Pause here for a moment. And find steady. And when you're ready and you feel steady, using toes for balance, soles of the feet, reaching your arms up into that interlaced finger, pointer fingers, stretch and grow as tall, 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 tall as you can. Savor the stretch, the tree reaching to the sun. Huge breath in, pour it down all the way into your belly and down through your toes into the earth. Open your arms out to that T again. Find steady here. You might draw your right knee back a little bit as you're here and bringing your hands forward, palms together and opening them out. Savor whatever comes up here. One side might be steadier than the other. Reaching your arms back up to the sky, palms together Drip them down. Press them into your sternum. Draw your knee forward. Find steady here. Extend your foot and bend it. Use the pressure into your sternum if you need to. Extend and bend it. And once more, stretching long. And bend and release and shake it all out. Let it feel really good. Drop your chin to your chest and savor the stretch in the neck muscles, releasing, letting your hands be heavy, chin be heavy. Take a moment here to enjoy what's happening there. And if you are not at the top of your mat, come to the top of your mat. Lifting up onto your tippy toes and lowering your heels, lifting up your toes and lowering them, enjoying that. And you're going to bring your hands to heart center. Step your right foot back, come into a warrior two here. From standing, you're going to bend your front knee. Make sure your front knee does not extend in front of your ankle and root your back foot back. See if you can let it be a little bit longer than if you'd come into it through downward dog. That will entail savoring some engagement of the right hip and glutes. And you're going to reach your arms up to the sky, cartwheel them open into warrior two. Readjust your toes. Savor the parts of you that are connected to the earth that are keeping you steady. Inhale, grow tall. Send the crown of your head to the sky. Use your belly here. And exhale, sink in. Savor that sinking, the stretch a little bit. Notice your front knee. If it's tilting medially, bring it in line with your foot. Flip that front palm up to the sky and tip back into elegant, graceful warrior and savor the stretch in the front ribs and the front waist and the breath pouring in. Stretch your fingers back behind you to the crease between the wall and the ceiling. Exhale, sink in a little bit more. Let it be juicy and a little deeper than usual here. Engage your right glute to support you. Exhale, cartwheel back to warrior two and forward into side angle with care, not dumping into that front knee, just stretching and savoring the entire line of the right body. Cartwheel back up to warrior two. You are going to straighten your front knee, bring your hands to your hips and turn to the side of your mat. Your toes will face the side edge and the side of the feet will be parallel to the front and back of the mat. Hinge forward at your waist and lower your hands to the floor onto your fists. Wiggle your rear. Enjoy a flat back here. If you need a block to have a flat back, you can do that. And just take a moment here to let things settle with your back flat. Your head is not tipped upside down. Taking a breath or two. We'll walk our hands towards the left foot, bend your left knee, come onto the right heel, lift your toes up and enjoy a stretch in the line of the right leg. Wiggling toes, savor that stretch. Point your toe and flex your ankle. Engage the entire right leg. Spread your toes wide, relax. And we'll savor the walk over, one hand at a time to the right side. Bend your right knee and lift your left toes up, wiggling toes, pointing and flexing. Once again, point and flex. Walking your hands back to center. Come back to that forward fold with the wide angle. Lower your head, drop your head to the floor and come into the inversion. You can walk your hands between your feet if you want, or stay up on a block if you don't like being too upside down. And take a moment here, upside down. Eyes can be open or closed, but appreciate the upside down perspective. Savor the energy shifting in the legs. Potentially lift up all 10 toes and lower them down. Potentially walk your hands between your legs another inch or two
And notice and enjoy the shift. Walk your hands back to center, flat back. You're going to turn your heels in, coming into that second position, squat down and lift up into goddess pose. You're going to have to use your belly to do that. Your arms will be cactus shape, reaching your arms to the sky and pinching them down at your waist. We'll do that 3 times. Just enjoy the scapula moving, noticing what you're doing in your legs and your feet to steady you. Bring your elbows to center, bringing your palms together and opening them wide. Pinch your scapula. Once again, bring them into center and open wide. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Release them back to neutral. Bring your hands to your hips and you will, straighten your knees and take a breath. And you're going to walk your feet, heel toe them back into center for a moment. When you arrive, just land in Tadasana or mountain pose. Taking a deep breath, noticing how you feel. And if you are not at the top of your mat, come back to the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart. And you're going to step your left foot back, coming into that super long warrior 2. Taking a moment to bend your front knee, not in front of your right ankle. Reaching your arms up to the sky, a little bit different entry point, and opening them into warrior 2 hands. Let the gaze be over the right middle finger, the drishti, where you're headed. Maybe you are headed to more savoring, noticing the sensations. It doesn't so much have to be doing something different, but just enjoying it, noticing it, being present for it, appreciating it. It's different than gratitude. It's like savoring a bite. Flip that front palm up and tip backwards into graceful, elegant warrior. Savor your right waist and hips. Maybe even that left hand in the popliteal fossa of the left knee. Wiggling fingers. Savor the lightness, maybe the twinkly like feeling. Notice the soles of your feet on the earth, your toes helping you balance. Appreciate your belly for helping you balance as well. And cartwheel back to warrior 2 for a moment. Find steady here. Find the soles of your feet. And when you're ready, cartwheel forward into side angle. Remembering to enjoy and savor that entire left line of your body. Fingers to toes, outer edge of the foot. Notice the toes on the right foot steadying you. Let it feel amazing. And cartwheel back up to warrior 2. You're going to straight your front foot. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn them to the front. Plant your hands and hop your back foot all the way forward. It's going to take a little bit of balance. Come into chair pose. Widen your feet, sink your hips back, and bring your hands to heart here. Sinking back, lifting up all 10 toes. So you're on the 4 corners of your feet. And if you wish, stretch your arms as long as you can in front. Sinking downwards. Sink, 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 sink. Holding it a little longer than might be fun. Lowering toes. Allow a little bounce. Lower hands, shoot your hips up. Release your head and neck. And let your lower back fully release here. Bend the left knee straight the right. Bend the right knee straight the left. Come back to center and bend both, sinking down low. Clasp your elbows. Straight both knees and just enjoy the shift in the backs of the legs. Bending your knees. Bring your hands to your sacrum, clasp them and shoot your hands to the sky. Enjoy a shoulder stretch. Bend the right knee straight, the left, twist to the left. Bend the left knee straight, the right, twist to the right. Savor it. So much to savor that we just ignore most of the time. Come back to center. Practice letting your hands fall a tiny bit forward. Notice what you notice, and can you invite it, embrace it, savor it? Just like a fire or the chill on your face. Bring your hands to your sacrum, slide them down the backs of your legs, engage your belly, and rise up slowly, savoring each vertebrae, landing atop the other, reaching arms all the way up to the sky and drip them down to heart center. Notice how you feel. And we're gonna come into warrior 3 because it seems fun. So from here, your hands are at heart center. You'll step your right foot forward. You might roll your ankle out before you start. Plant your right foot and shift your weight forward, raising your back leg to the sky, to hip height probably, and find steady. No rush, no hurry. And then do what you want with your hands. You might want to stay here. You might want to stretch them wide. You might want to stretch them long. Doesn't matter. Might want to keep them at your hips. See if you can bend your steady knee and straighten it. Make sure it's not locked. Bring your hands to heart, pressing them into your sternum. You're going to lift up and bring that knee forward to hip height to 90 degrees. And see if you can shift backwards into warrior 3 once again, just for fun. Just a fun shifting back upright, and drop your foot, shake it out. Letting things go, releasing from the cells things that they have held. And I think we think there's something wrong with us for holding them, but they're just there. Your body went through whatever your mind went through, and things stick in there. So shaking things out. And we'll come back to steady, hands to heart. You'll step your left foot forward and shift your weight forward, lifting your foot for fun. And if you happen to be less steady on this side, see if you can practice non-judgment and do what your arms think would be fun. Bringing hands back to heart center. Shifting upright, bring your knee up to 90 degrees in front. Use your belly as you shift backwards, bringing your leg back. And here you might want to bend your knee and straighten it a bit, noticing you have a little give. And coming back upright and just shake it all out. Rolling wrists and ankles. And from here, we'll come to lie on our backs with knees bent today. Oh. Take a moment to savor the floor. We're pretty good at savoring our bed when we first lie in it, but what if you just savored here lying on the floor? How would that feel? Invite your face to relax. Invite your toes to relax. And invite everything on the back body to sink into the earth. Bring both knees into your chest and enjoy a squeeze as tight as you can, using every muscle to squeeze as tight, tight, tight as you can. And release and lower to the floor. Plant your feet, plant your hands, lift up into bridge pose, shimmy your shoulders underneath you, and you might try clasping your hands underneath you today or grab the mat. Notice the soles of your feet and your toes and what they're doing.
find a good spot for them, pressing the toes into the earth. Lift your hips up and savor the stretch. Pour the breath into your belly. Raise your hips. Exhale, potentially rise up a little more. Savor the stretch and all the sensations of the back body here. Maybe lift up onto your tippy toes if you have room, lowering them down. Untangle your shoulders, release the clasp of your hands or your mat, and lower down inch by inch. Savor the unrolling, not as a task or a muscle strengthening, but to savor the vertebrae articulating down one at a time. And savor the landing onto the earth. Untuck shoulders. Bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg long. Point the left toe and flex it. Bring your hands behind your right thigh. Extend your right leg to the sky. Flex your ankle. Point your toes to your nose and to the sky. And once again, flex the ankle and point it. Press your hamstring into your hand with your ankle relaxed. Press your heel to the sky. Engage your belly. Flex your left ankle. Everything engaged here. You might even raise your left foot off the earth a little bit and relax. Bend your right knee. Lower your right foot to the floor. You're going to bring it to your inner thigh, coming into that reclining tree pose. Reaching arms up to the sky. Your hands might be together or they might be apart or in a T. Do what your shoulders would enjoy. And savor this reclining tree. Let it be an even longer, taller stretched tree than when you were standing. Maybe pointing toes and pointing fingers to the sky. Huge breath in. And exhale, soften into a relaxed reclining tree. And enjoy the shape for a moment. Bring your hands back by your waist. Use your right hand to bring your right knee to the sky. Bend your left knee alongside. Plant your hands, pick up your hips and draw them 6 inches to the right. Draw your knees into your waist and tip over to the left, coming into a twist. Extend your right arm or cactus it. Your left hand's on your right thigh and your hips are somewhat stacked. So if you need to reorganize, do that. Enjoy your pec opening up, the waist twisting. Savor the twist. Lots of sensations in a twist. And if it would feel good, gaze to the right. Savor the breath here. Bring your gaze back to center. Release your hands. Both can come into a cactus or a T. Bring your knees back to center. Reorganize your sacrum. And you're going to pick it up and shift it 6 inches to the left. Draw your knees into your chest and topple to the right, because toppling is fun. And let that left arm be a T or a cactus or whatever is good for your shoulder and your neck. And enjoy a twist on this side. Savor it. So much to savor in a twist. And notice if you want to gaze to the left or not. Doesn't have to be the same as the other side. Release your hands. You can bring your knees back to center. Find your sacrum. Bring your hands by your side. Maybe even pick up your hips just to find a steady sacrum once again. Hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze tight, 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 tight into a huge ball. Everything engaged. Exhale, release your feet to the ground. Find steady. Bring your left knee into your belly. Extend your right leg long. Point the right toe and flex it. The right leg is going to stay about 25% engaged. As you bring your hands behind your left thigh, extend it to the sky. Point and flex the toe. Savor the nerve flossing here. Savor each and every sensation, moving however fast or slow that is for you. When you're ready, press your hamstring into your hands, reach your heel to the sky. Engage your right leg, right ankle is flexed, toes on both feet are stretched, everything engaged, all the glutes engaged, your right foot might lift up. You might even lift your head up a little bit and release. Bend your left knee. Release your hands, lower it to the floor, come into that reclining tree on this side. Start with the stretched, tall, toes pointed, fingers reaching long, everything engaged tree. Everything strong, tall, stretched, filled with breath, air, space. Exhale, soften into a relaxed, reclining tree that feels good to you. And your hands may need to move, or your shoulders. And bringing your hands down by your sides, you're going to bend your right knee and bring it to meet the left, soles of the feet together. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, have a little rock on your sacrum to find center here, because we're coming into poses from different places today. And sometimes we land in a different place, so your movement is more intentional. And bring a hand to heart and a hand to belly. Savor your time here. Savor how your body feels. Savor each toe, big toes, little toes, all the toe pads touching, soles of the feet. Savor the stretch in the hips. And if you can't savor it, readjust. There's no savoring if something doesn't work for your body. Breathing in, let your chest and belly rise and fall. Take a couple of breaths here in silence, simply savoring the moment. And you'll bring your hands to your outer thighs, drawing your knees together, and take a moment to do any pose that feels like your body needs it. So it might be a happy baby, it might be knees into your chest, might be a bridge, doesn't matter. Legs up to the ceiling, rolling ankles, you choose, or all of the above. And when you're ready, make your way into Shavasana. And for those of you who feel complete, you can come there already. And when you have arrived in Shavasana, take a moment to fully arrive. Notice your body on the floor. Savor the mat and steadiness and firmness beneath you. Savor the parts of your body that are in contact with the earth. Savor a finger and toe wiggle. Savor a huge inhale and a stretch engagement. And the delightful softening melting into the floor for Shavasana, a chance to integrate, enjoy, and savor a few moments of peace and quiet, surrender, support, Shavasana. Feel free to stay as long as you wish and savor it even longer. And if you feel complete, are ready to come out, gently, slowly deepen your breath. Savor each breath and each slightly longer inhale and exhale. Start to wiggle a finger and a toe, and more fingers and more toes. And partake in an absolutely delightful stretch. Savor every bit of it, every little muscle fiber stretching in whatever way feels good to you. And when you're ready, make your way back to a comfortable seat where we began. Bring your hand to heart and close your eyes if that's comfy for you. And take a moment just to savor how you feel at the end of yoga. Sometimes it's hard to come, but we always feel amazing at the end. And taking a moment to savor it is part of the motivation and the reason you keep coming. So savor how you feel. Savor the way that your cells feel, the tingles in your body, the things you notice, the way your nervous system feels. Savor a big breath in, sending it to the palmar surface of your hands. And a huge exhale. Thank you all so much for joining me for practice today. May the light in me reflect and honor the light in each and every one of you. May we all have a week ahead of savoring the little things, noticing what they are, deeply relishing them, and enjoying. Namaste.